know y'all are like me with little people and their heads fall over in the car seat. So let's go make this and see if we can't help support our little people's heads when they are sleeping. Or that's what I'm doing anyway. My goodness. But first, always remember to share this so it will save to your profile and you can find it when you're looking for it again later. First thing you're going to do is go to Hometown Quilt Company, print out your template, and cut your pieces. Now, the center of this will be flat. This right here will be flat, and this will be stuffed. So the first thing we're going to do is sew our two center pieces together. We're going to put one pretty side up, the second one pretty side down. We're going to sew right here. And then we're going to do the same thing for this one.
Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop. Because my grandma said so.
Now, you're going to open it up, lay one pretty side face up, and one pretty side face down. Now, you could absolutely cut this on the fold instead of making this seam in the middle. That's up to you. One pretty side up and one pretty side down. Now, I'm going to sew all the way around, but I'm going to leave a hole right here, and I'm going to leave a hole right here. Because after we turn it, we're going to sew this down, and it's going to be flat. And then we're going to stuff it. So we need to make sure we leave a hole so we can put stuffing in on either side.
Y'all know I love to sew the practical stuff. And this has to be one of the most practical and easiest projects we've ever done. And super useful for all the little people. Because I know y'all have them just like I do. Whose heads slump over in the car seat.
Now we're going to turn it right side out. From either end. It doesn't matter which one. Put your fingers in there. And pull the other end all the way through is really the easiest way. I go all the way through and find the other end and pull it. And then we want to make sure the center's flat. It really doesn't matter about the ear part of it yet because that will fill up when we stuff it. But since we're going to sew the center down, we want to make sure that we get it all the way pushed out. It kind of looks like a dog bone-ish shape. But I think it's going to be great. We shall see. Okay, now I have a seam in the middle, and I'm going to sew about 1.5 inches on either side of the seam. I'm just sewing a straight stitch right down through here. That's going to keep the middle flat so that it will go behind their neck, and all of the fluff will be on either side to help hold their head. Or that's what I think anyway.
And I already know y'all want to know where I got this fabric from. And it was an Etsy find 100 years ago. I'm not even sure if it's still available. But you could create your own patchwork if you like this. Or you could find some other patchwork print that would be great. Or use your little person's favorite character print.
Okay, now I have an old pillow of the little ladies that was in their room. And they have beat it to high heaven. So we replaced it. But I cut it open and I'm using the stuffing out of it. Because it was just at my house, so perfectly fine. But you can use polyfill or whatever you want. Now, you want to make sure you stuff both ends really well. You want it to be nice and fluffy so that when your little lovey leans on it, it actually has some support there. You're going to stuff one side, and then you're going to go and stuff the other side.
I probably like practical projects because that's what my grandmother liked. But she sewed for utility her entire adult life. She sewed out of necessity, so she made what they needed. And when I started Googling head support for toddlers and booster seats, there were all of these different neck pillows. And this one was some kind of elephant ear situation. And I'm like the rest of y'all. I thought, oh, well, I can make that. And y'all, this is so simple.
Oh my goodness, look how perfect. Now, I'm going to hand stitch the end up. But I have to go make another one first. And I'm going to make the second one and then hand stitch both of them. I can't wait to try these out. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher. And I would love for you to come sew with me.